Are you going to watch The House of Dragon on HBO?
The House of
Game of
Dragon.
Thrones prequel.
That sounds like a Chinese restaurant.
The House of Dragon. It does sound like a Chinese restaurant, actually.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
wow.
I will watch it for sure.
And you don't mind watching it once a week?
I think that's better
You think so?
because I don't have to use my whole life up by binging it and not get anything else done.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but my thing is I was avoiding Game of Thrones for a while because, people were telling me to watch it since like the beginning. I remember I was in someone's house and season 3 they showed me some clips and they're like, "Yo, you got to watch it. It's such a good show." I was turned off by it, it was like back in the day there was like dragons and I'm like, "What is this?" I'm not into this medieval stuff. So,
They speak weird
they
English.
speak weird English. So, I saw the first episode and I was like, and it was just weird because there was also incest going on. And I was like, what is this? I don't want to watch this. But, and then finally, years later, people are like, you got to watch it. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. So I'm like, fine, I'll watch it. Like, nobody's ever said that to me before so much about a show before. So I started watching it. And the first episode didn't. It took me 7 episodes to get into it. Then I'm like, okay, this is not bad. And then you finally, by the 7th episode, you also kind of get accustomed to their dialect of English and you kind of understand what they're talking about. By the second season, I was hooked. And I binged season 1 through 6 and I loved it. And I thought each season just got better and better and better and better. Having said that, season 7 comes out. And now I have to wait once a week to watch it, you know? And just in case you're not satisfied with one episode, now you have to wait a whole week just for the other one. And honestly, I'm very. Oh, and then after season 7 ends, they're like, oh, yeah, well, because it would come out, a new season would come out every year. They're like, oh, you know what? We're going to wait 2 years to put out the last season.
Which was a total flop.
And it was a total flop. Okay. It wasn't a bad season, but I'm very, very disappointed in the series finale. Spoiler alert. But I thought they did Jon Snow dirty. And they're saying, oh, but that's real life. Things don't always turn out the way you want them to, and life is unfair. I'm watching entertainment to be entertained, man.
So you want a happy
I know life is not fair.
So you want a
If I
happy
wanted
ending?
to experience how unfair life is, I would just look in the mirror and pay attention to my day. Okay? When I watch shows like this, I want to escape reality. You should have given us that ending, man. And that's it. So I am so disappointed. And because I'm so disappointed, I don't know if I want to watch this new series. Why do they deserve my viewership? Especially I have to wait once a week to watch it.
So you only want to watch something where you know there's going to be a good ending and then like a happy ending.
Dude, absolutely. All right. Endings
What's the point of watching it? It takes away.
endings are the most important part of the series.
Well, it has to be a happy ending at all times.
It doesn't even have to be a happy ending. Breaking Bad wasn't a happy ending. It was a good ending. Okay? Jon Snow, they basically punished him for doing the right thing, and he was the rightful heir to the throne, and they just put him in prison, and then they're like, all right, we'll release him, but he has to be punished. And he has to be exiled from the country. It's like, what the hell is that?
But that was their style the whole time, where they just killed off like popular characters and main characters.
It doesn't matter, man. It was just a very underwhelming. And so there was 2 things like, okay, I know a lot of people are not a fan of Ben Shapiro, but I saw one of Ben Shapiro's reviews, and in his opinion, he thinks that in the end, So Jon Snow basically kills Daenerys because she's evil. You know, she showed that she's evil, even though she's well loved. And what Jon Snow, he says, what Jon Snow should have did, since he's a true Targaryen, he should have taken control of the dragon, and the dragon would listen to him, and then like take the throne. So all the Unsullied, how do they call those guys?
Unsullied.
Unsullied. They'd have no choice but to obey him. Okay. And then when they'd have the meetings with all the lords of Winterfell, not Winterfell, but Westeros, all the lords got together for the meeting. Once they would have that, then Jon Snow could have been like, you know what? I don't want the throne. So I'm going to give it up. You guys decide what to do with it. And then he's a free man. That would have been a better ending. My idea was that, you know, Jon Snow kills Daenerys. He comes through. The Unsullied come to arrest him. Next thing you know, Daenerys appears again. And she's like, hey guys, let him go. Everything's cool. And they're like, oh, okay. And the whole time it wasn't really Daenerys, it was Arya as the, you know, once again doing that
She
many
changed the face, the name of
right, doing that many face thing. So that would have been cool. And then kind of the same concept where he would take the throne, or she would take the throne and she would assign him to be king of the North, and she would rule Westeros as Daenerys, even though she's Arya Stark.
but maybe in the book it ended the way that they ended in
There
the
was
show.
no ending in the book. That's what everybody's criticizing the author about. He never finished it.
So it was the writers that they wanted to just leave and work on Star Wars or whatever.
Yeah, so the rumor had it they left. I think it was Star Wars that they wanted to work on Star Wars. And basically when they came back, everything felt rushed in the last season. But that could have been forgiven as long as the ending would have been okay. They just did Jon Snow dirty. He's a hero of the whole story. He's the rightful heir to the throne. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves him. And then they just did that.
I feel like this show should have came out like in the late fall or something. It's like a fall winter show.
Well, I don't know. There's probably gonna be 10 episodes, right? So how many episodes already came out?
I think 2.
2 episodes. 8 more. That's 2 more months. Yeah, so it's gonna end what? In October? That's yeah. I guess you're right. I guess it could have started later on. But who cares? That's not, you know.